Once you're registered, you are able to attend these live classes, any of these types of classes, whether it's group coaching, whether it's masterclass, whether it's a live training courses. And at the end of each, it's an opportunity for our learners to self-reflect and to create these commitments that allow for incremental change within their leadership as well. But it doesn't stop there. We have the platform, as Tom has mentioned, to support the learning with supplemental resources for continued as asynchronous learning. And I feel that that is such a valuable aspect of what Hone is also offering. But what I want to do right now is I want to pull apart what a live class might look like, what those high touch learning engagements might look like within a class, because these are not webinars. It is live learning. All right, so what we like to do is to, as learners are coming into our classes, our coaches, our coach facilitators, amazing coach facilitators, we like to get learners talking with polls and chat questions. And this is often low risk, but it allows the learners to get that, to begin that engagement occurring right away at the beginning of class. And then we dig deeper. We want to dig deeper with insightful discussion questions so we as facilitators can understand what our learners are experiencing in their spheres and connect it to the content. So this question right here that you're seeing on the screen right now, what feelings come to mind when you think about performance reviews? This is from Hone's Prepare for Your Performance Review class. And when we're able to hear that, this helps us as facilitators to connect it to the content. And not only that, provide the frameworks that will be valuable in their growth as a leader. The class is structured with frameworks that will support the learning. And this one is specifically from our Coaching Towards a Goal class, where the framework supports our learners on how they can have coaching conversations with their leaders, direct reports, colleagues, etc. But although frameworks are great, it falls flat until learners have an opportunity to practice. And so there are two different ways often that we allow for that practice to come forth. We have our case studies. This one here is from our Build High Trust Relationships class. And these case studies will often resemble what our learners are experiencing or they've witnessed in their spheres of influence. And then, like I said, it's not just the case study that they get to practice, but it's also to personalize it to their own experiences. And so this is also from Build High Trust class, where we ask them to take an inventory of themselves. In fact, how are they doing when it comes to building high trust relationships within their teams? So learning in our classes is not simply from just these templates and these tools and these case studies, but it goes further. We often say our coach facilitators are amazing, but we also have a wealth of wisdom in our classes as well. And it is with the members into our classes. And so that opportunity to learn from one another occurs in our breakout rooms, where we're able to take it and personalize it, and they can have discussion within the breakout rooms. And over the years, what I've heard from many leaders is that when they're in these breakout rooms, this is the first opportunity for many of them to have conversations, to understand what others are going through, to know that they're not isolated in the challenges that they're experiencing, and also may also receive feedback and strategies on what they're going through as well. This is an opportunity to personalize the learning for themselves and have these smaller points of dialogue within a breakout rooms setting. So learners can continue this journey, this learning journey, with templates that not only help themselves, but it could also be duplicated so that they can utilize this for their teams. Again, this is from Build High Trust Relationship. And what I encourage leaders when I teach this course is to say, listen, this is a use manual that helps you to understand and share how you show up in the workplace, but take it further. How might you use this for your team and have different ones in your team create this as well, so that you can build strong relationships, because that's at the heart of effective and productive teams. Last but not least, learners can leverage the platform, right? So that they can not only utilize asynchronous learning, but also find other classes that would support learning for themselves, whether it's more classes, whether it's a group coaching session, whether it's a master class that they want to find more about. This platform is there to support them in their continued live learning journey here. In fact, I just did a class on running effective interviews. And when I was able to say, hey, what did you take away from the last class? What I heard was they were able to go on the platform and read an article on bias, which of course is valuable when we're conducting effective interviews. So these are just the little ways that we're allowing for live learning to really take form and root for our learners. So I'm hoping that you see a glimpse of what happens in our sessions. These are just some of the touch points that we like to encourage in our classes so that it is not a webinar, but it's live learning that's occurring in a different number of different ways and touch points for our learners.